are moving on to Rose. Rose, bring it home, please.
There, can you hear me now?
Good, you're good.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for the time you've invested this evening to spend with us. My name is Rose, and I am the mother of three, grandmother of three, and I guess you could say I'm newly a guardian of two of our grandchildren due to circumstances that happened that we have zero control over. But I was so grateful when I started this business. I was looking for something different. Personally, I was operating a forklift. It was not my first career, but I decided that I needed something completely different from anything that I had tried before. I explored probably 4 or 5 different online businesses. None of them had the kind of support that this particular business has. This one has everything. You've got a training site where everything is set out in very specific format. It's all done video based. You can even change languages if you don't happen to speak English to be able to understand it. We have our Facebook groups, but we also have private chat groups where if you don't understand something, you can always go to the chat group and someone else will be there to help answer your questions, no matter what time of day or night it is or where you happen to be in the world. There is always someone there to support you. The other businesses that I tried, none of them were even remotely close to this. And mostly it was money that I basically poured down the drain. When I started this one, I had no idea at the time that within a few months I would find myself unemployed. And I already had something else to fall back on. So I was working on it, albeit slowly, because I started it when I was working full time. And I put as much time as I could into it to get everything moving the way it should. And then my mom took ill. So I set the business aside. It continued to run in the background while I helped care for my mother in her last several months. Because that's what daughters do. You just do it because you love your mom and you want to be there. And then after she passed, I went back to my business. We had a grandson come and live with us for a few years until he graduated from high school. He's moved on to his own life. Then my husband was forced into retirement. So it was like, oh, we really need to step up our game here, because now we don't have his income and he's not quite ready to take on retirement. But at the same time, nobody wants to hire someone that's over 60. They're very hesitant because we don't have the years that they want to invest in us. So that leaves you set off to the side. And then a few months ago, we also had our granddaughter, our younger granddaughter, come live with us. And last month, we formally became her official guardians. So we've gone from raising our children to becoming empty nesters to being back to raising children again. And it's a wild ride. It is totally a wild ride. But if it were not for this business, we couldn't do it. So take the time. That $149 is basically a night out of entertainment for the family. Or if it's just yourself, it's a couple of dinners out. Giving up that little bit of money was so worth every penny, because we have so much support that no one else sees unless you're within the community. The $149 is fully refundable in the first 30 days, as long as you haven't had a coaching call. And it's worth your time to explore it at least. If you don't check it out, then you really don't know what it is you've missed out on. So I invite you all, take the time, spend the $149, explore it, watch the videos that we have that come with that, And then decide for yourself, is it for you or is it not for you? It's not for everyone. But for those of us who have joined our community of over 100,000 people, we love it. And I love everybody that's within our community. Many that I've met face to face. That's it for me for this evening. I hope you all have a wonderful evening for the rest of your day or whatever it is. And thank you so much for all of your time. Back to you, Rhoda.